Hello again, I am John Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team Career here on the PS5. And tonight, it is round 2 of Season 6, and as part of our season shuffle, instead of heading to somewhere like Jeddah, we're heading to COTA. Let's head to Texas for round 2. So we got off to a flying start last night. Kimi getting the win in the sprint at Silverstone. Yes, that's right. We started at Silverstone and with a sprint as well, no less. Kimi got the win in the sprint and then came second behind Oscar in the race. We just didn't quite have the legs in the end. But we did have to hold off a late charge from Max Verstappen. Mini had a really strong performance as well for his first outing, especially considering his smoothness rating pretty low, so tyre wear is not amazing. Managed to get himself a couple of points in the sprint, finished in 7th, and then managed to fight him all the way up in for 4th for the actual Grand Prix itself. So very, very pleased with our opening weekend. Now we head all the way over to Texas, about 5,000 miles or so, heading over to Texas to the Circuit of the Americas for round 2. I don't think this is a sprint weekend. I think it's just a normal race. Yes, it's just a normal race weekend, something we don't normally get at COTA. So we'll actually get a full 3 practice session weekend, and then we'll have just normal qualifying and then the race. So a little bit different. When is our next sprint? Our next sprint is Melbourne. So that'll be Tuesday's race next week. We do have some parts on the way. As you can see, we have an underfloor and a rear wing that we've just put into development. And we are building up some spare parts here. We've got chassis and side pods. Are they on the car? Looks like they are. Yes, they are. All 3 of the new parts are on both cars. Fantastic stuff. So we are pretty much ready to go right out the gate. We will have a quick look at how the other cars are upgrading, though, before we do that. How you doing, Esparza? How you doing, Dino? Congrats on getting your platinum for this, Dino. Your worst fears are realised on the season shuffle, round 3, Monaco, and it's a sprint. I'm kind of, in a way, I'm kind of a little disappointed we didn't get a sprint at Monaco, just to experience it. But yeah, part of me's also kind of glad. Right, let's take a look at our rankings against our competition. So Cadillac had the very best car, and it looks as though Zhou has a slightly better car. Or is that just he's got the order for whatever reason? No, he does. He has a slightly better car than Oscar. I mean, it's negligible. See, the difference in those values is tiny. But Zhou with a slightly better car than Oscar. Let's take a look at Red Bull. So Red Bull running equal machinery on their cars. They are definitely trailing to Cadillac, as you can see. And then as far as we go, they are better than us. But they do seem to have slipped a little bit. So it looks like someone else has brought some upgrades. Let's take a look at McLaren. It's not McLaren. I doubt it's Mercedes. No, Mercedes still have a really rough car. Who might it be? Not RB. It's It's not Aston. It's not Sauber. It's certainly not Haas. Williams? Williams have got really, really strong DRS. Can't be Alpine. It's not Alpine. I'm not sure who it is then. It must be, in terms of the downforce, it must be McLaren that I'm looking at. But as you can see, McLaren, not the quickest, but they certainly have very good cornering performance. Red Bull have a very strong car overall, as do Cadillac. Cadillac is just strong everywhere, as you can see. So, yeah, still those two are the teams that we are going to be battling against, but I don't think we are too far away. If we do a numbers comparison to Red Bull, given that they are the weaker of the two cars, but arguably with the strongest driver lineup, we're down about half a kilometre in terms of speed. Acceleration could be a little bit better. DRS is fractionally better for us. We have slightly better low speed. We're down a little bit in the medium and the high, but again, very, very small margins. Dirty air tolerance slightly in our favour. And then we're pretty close on the cooling, down by about 5% either way. But a slightly lighter car. And we have more upgrades on the way. So I'm pretty content with where our car sits right now. We know that in Kim's hands, it's quick. We saw that just the way he was able to control the race yesterday. Hopefully he'll be able to do something similar today. I think the only thing that let us down yesterday was just the strategy choice. We kept him out way too long. And then because we went onto a set of softs that we had to look after, we just didn't have the pace or the pushing ability to show the pace in the car to close the gap to Oscar. But we'll see how we go tonight. Evening, Adrian. How you doing? Good to see you. Let's check in with our drivers. So Kimi is buzzing. Look at that. He's got 6 100s, a 92 on defending, 95 on braking, and an 87 for his adaptability. Mini only has a couple of 90s there. His reactions are strong. His control, braking, and cornering are really, really, really good. Smoothness is his biggest weakness, really, along with accuracy. Just 73, and that's boosted by 7 or 8 points as well. So definitely need to work on his smoothness. I want to double check what training I've got him on. We've got him on wet track, so his controls were really high. Adaptability. I'm hoping that the smoothness and accuracy will come through nicely on that. Let me see, though. I want the accuracy improvement as well. Otherwise, I might have put him on that. We'll leave him on this for a little bit longer, just to see if we can get a little bit of a boost to accuracy, and then we'll probably switch him over to race strategy. Right, let me check a look at our facilities very quickly. Design center is getting a little low. Going to need to think about putting some money aside to refurb that. We're not going to be able to afford to upgrade it. That's going to be very expensive, 18 mil, and it'll take half a season for it to actually get finished as well. CFD sim's fine, wind tunnel's fine, although it's got a sponsor activity at the moment. Suspension sim's fine, car park test center, we might be able to drop an upgrade on that. 8 mil, it's not out of the question, but there are other areas I'd like to spend the money first, I think, so that's probably just going to get a refurb. The race sim is definitely something I do want to upgrade. That's going to cost me 5 mil. Team hub, I'd like to get another upgrade on that. That's another 3.5 mil. Operational stuff here. Helipad's going to need a little bit of TRC soon. Everything else is fine. Good stuff. Right, let's get some targets set for tonight, shall we? 5th or higher for Kimi, and 18th or higher for Mini. And we are looking at a nice 2.3 plus mil at the end of tonight, hopefully. Off we go to Texas.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. The Circuit of the Americas is known for its bumpy surface, and with around 133 feet of elevation changes, starting with the uphill climb to Turn 1, the Big Red, it's an all-round challenge for cars and drivers.
It's Ferrari who are currently ahead in the constructors' standings. And with round 19 kicking off, teams can almost see the finish line of the season.
And with that, I think it's time to get started.
Okay, so in a break from the norm, we don't have to worry about nailing the setup on the first attempt because it's not a sprint weekend. So that's quite nice, but we are still going to try and do the setup as best we can. Do I want to stick anyone in the car? No. Just going to leave these two in. So hard tyres can stay on. We're not changing car parts because it's still only round 2. We don't have any other more worn parts yet. Let's go straight to the run plan. It's normally 16 laps or so for COTA because it's quite a slow lap in the general scheme of things. So we're going to go with 22 laps of fuel. Should be enough. Oh no, wait, our car part knowledge is still really low. So let's go up to 26 laps of fuel. We'll run a bit longer. So used to our car part knowledge being higher after the first round of the season, but of course, round 1 was a sprint, so we only got that one practice section. So let's get some setup stuff put on the car. So we're looking at 12.5, 13 or so on the rear wing. It's usually somewhere around an 8 on the front, so I'm going to go with an 8.5 and a 13. We'll go with a 1.9. 1.9 to 3.7 is kind of the range that this circuit operates at. Going to go all the way up with the camber, and then we'll just bump the toe slightly. Not a bad starting point, I think. And then we'll do something slightly different on this car. Let's go with an 8, a 13, a 2.8, and then we'll go with just a touch less. I'll actually drop that down a touch as well, I think. And let's see how we get on with that. Evening, Wayne.
Oh, yes. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Great, yes, good. Loud and clear. Radio check now. Yeah, radio check, loud and clear. It's going to be out, build, push. Copy. Focus on tire preparation. Copy.
And Farah's here as well, armed with quiz questions. Oh joy.
In case you are able to
Where I make a fool of myself again.
will be better from us. Copy, copy. How are the tires? Okay, tires on the cold side, so let's put some temperature on them.
I have watched that tackle now, and oof, oh yeah, that was bad. That's a leg breaker.
There's a yellow flag now.
Very lucky boy. On both counts there, very lucky boy not to get a red card, and very lucky boy for Szoboszlai not to end up, with his leg in 1,000 pieces. Not Szoboszlai. Oh, fuck, who was it? It was McAllister, wasn't it?
Understood.
I think I will keep it like this.
Yes, confirm.
All right, we've got some feedback. We're at 98%. Oh, fantastic. What a start there. And 94 for Mini as well. Got some interesting new rookies on the track. Let's have a look. Suzuki Okada getting a run in Cadillac. Hiromi Enju getting a run there for, is that Red Bull? No, I'm not sure who that, no, it's not Red Bull. Is that Alpine? No, it is Red Bull. Who else have we got? Rudolf Fischer in for Mercedes. Logan Sieber in for Alpine. Callum Boyson is in for Haas. Ugo is in for Sauber there. And a quick update for the template I'm working on for a new season, trying to balance the performance a little bit more accurately. Having McLaren as a 5-star team and the other three as a 4-star team seems to be working. McLaren are top of the constructors at the moment, but they're not running away with races. So they have come first and second. Max has come third both rounds. It's not perfect, but without being able to go in with a database editor and actually individually tweak specific values, it seems to be working so far. I've done 2 rounds, and I'll keep an eye on that over the weekend as I add a little bit more track time on that one. Right, so everything's just a little bit off. It's not too far off, so we only need to find 6%. I'm going to go with that. Let's see how that does. Evening, Comet. So we are going to need to make sure that we do keep extra mediums aside for Mini. There's no way he's going to be able to make 2 sets of softs work. Antonelli might. But I don't want to push my luck too much like I did last night and leave myself with no room to push when I need to. Into the second session, we've made the changes. Let's stick some extra fuel in the car.
Green light.
track temperatures still seem to be about the same as you would normally expect. So one thing I was kind of expecting would be that we would see temperatures and weather more used to that time of year rather than the norm for this race. But I mean, I'm not seeing it yet. Maybe it's down a little bit. But it's not substantially down. Did I watch the free practice? No, I didn't. But I did have a quick read of the race's recap of Yuki to see how he was getting on. I will be looking at some highlights later tonight. I've been a little busy today, plus I've also been catching up on some lost sleep this afternoon as well.
It is fine.
Understood.
All right, mid-car worse.
Yeah, I think it was.
Am I fine for spoilers? Well, it's only practice, isn't it? There's no sprint weekend, so yeah. Looks like we made Mini's car slightly worse as well. I did actually read an article in the early hours of this morning. Somebody absolutely ripping into Briatore because there was talk that they were going to take Doohan out of the car for FP1. Did that actually happen? Briatore is actively sabotaging Doohan at this point, openly doing it by the look of it. Yeah, that was it, Rio. I was trying to remember who it was they were putting in the car. How am I? Oh, I'm at 95%. Okay, so that needs to go. Let me go back. So let's go that way instead. See, it was only 2 clicks. And then over here. Yeah, he went through and listed all of Briatore's criminal past as well. And it is quite shocking. I knew some of it, but I didn't know all of it. Don't normally send them back out again after a run, but I'm putting them on to soft tyres for the next session, so it'll be reduced running in that session. Oh, it's not just Crashgate. I mean, there were all sorts of allegations over illegalities in the Schumacher Benetton as well. You know, illegal traction control, issues with fuel tanks.
Tires update. Copy.
Because traction control was outlawed after the dominance of the Williams FW14B. All right. All right, looks like we've got that car fixed. That's excellent news. Still not right over here. Doubt that's it, but you never know.
Green light.
There was also that Spygate round one where they had McLaren data.
Copy.
As opposed to the Spygate that everyone knows where McLaren had Ferrari data and got thrown out of the constructors.
Yeah.
Give me your feedback. Copy, copy.
Copy.
Ah, 96.
I think we have a really good time.
Confirm.
There we go. So that should still be 100 on the driver prep. And it is. I'm not going to mess around with the setup. I'm just going to risk making it worse. And we are good to go with Kimmy as well. So that is it for us for practice. Now we just need to wait out the rest of the session and we can head into quali. Let's see if we get any strange eliminations in qualification again today, just like we did in both sprint and race at Silverstone. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on liveries, real life liveries, because I love the Haas livery that they're running this weekend. But why is the answer? Is the question? What is so special for Haas running in Japan that they need to run a special livery? Special liveries used to be special, and I know I've mumbled and grumbled about this before, but it's just everybody just throws out special liveries for the most banal of reasons these days. I know they have Toyota Gazoo Racing partnership with with the team, but it's a pretty tenuous link. I mean, they don't have a Japanese engine. They don't have a Japanese driver making his home debut or anything like that. It just seems like a ridiculously blatant marketing gimmick to try and shift some extra merch. Say special liveries used to be special. Now we're seeing each team putting out 3 or 4 or sometimes more special liveries every season, and it's getting a little bit I'm getting a little sick of it. Just because they're overdoing it. They're not special anymore. It's not like the team's hit this major milestone or anything like that. Williams running a special livery at Silverstone a couple of years ago because it was their 70th year. That was a big deal. That was an important thing, to mark at their home Grand Prix. But I mean, Ferrari, how often have we seen Ferrari run a special revised livery or overall or something at Monza every year for the last few years? How often do we see new liveries at Vegas? How often do we see them at Miami? How often do we see them at other countries as well? It's just
weren't that fast. But was that down to the driver, the car, the team experimenting?
It's just, we're going to a country that's a newish kind of audience maybe for our team. Or maybe we want to try and curry favour with the locals. I know they have this... I know they have a Japanese, team principal, but to me, I think they're just trying to quite blatantly tap into the huge commercialism of the Japanese fan base. I don't think there's any other reason other than that.
Okay, green light.
Red Bull's is a little bit more understandable. It's a Honda engine at a Honda-owned circuit. It's the last year they'll be in partnership with Honda before Honda leave to go to Aston Martin. It's kind of lucky happenstance that they also happen to have a Japanese driver in the car as well this weekend. That's a little bit more understandable, but that's a culmination of important milestones. But, Haas just feels a blatant commercial cash grab. As pretty as the livery is, because it is a lovely livery. Stoffel, you legend.
And here we've got a yellow flag. So this is what happened.
I'm going to leave the pits.
All good at this point.
And spin the car around.
Oh, and there it goes. And I wonder, could they have done anything about that?
I can see Comet having to have Weezer on standby every time Stoffel does something. Just hear say it ain't so blasting out.
Gap for the car ahead is okay. More push when you're ready.
If it wasn't for me cursing him that he's going to spin, he'd be perfectly fine. I didn't say a word. He had already spun off and the yellow flag was out before I even looked to see, and I immediately saw an Alpine at turn 1 and I knew it was Stoffel.
Okay, let's go.
Was on his warm-up lap, so it won't affect his push lap too much. It will have dipped his confidence slightly. It could have been Ocon. Yeah, Ocon was still in the garage. It said outlap for Van Dorn. Now Ocon's leaving the garage. So we're a second off the pace of Max with Mini.
We need a fast in lap.
I'm not sure why we're so slow. The second lap will be better. Maybe it's just a consistency thing. The accuracy stat isn't great. There we go. Kimi goes a bit quicker, but he's still down by half a second.
Follow the reference.
Maybe it's tyres not up to temperature properly
This is in lap.
in the first sectors.
Copy. Pit lane.
So Max did a 24.4 in the opening sector. We did 24.5, 24.6, 36.6 in the middle, 37.1, 37.2. So we lost a lot of time in the middle sector. That's probably just down to drag. Afternoon, Clark. Nothing caught fire, did it? Well, we were already at the start of the Grand Prix when we loaded up, so the real test will be when we go back. Go back to HQ after the Grand Prix.
Try to work a bit more your front there.
Yep, copy that, copy.
So Leclerc's gone top by 0.4 over Max. And it's Zhou and Piastri both very, very close. Pourchaire's right up there as well. Was there a fire in the Ferrari garage?
Track is clear. More push, more push.
Straight out, track is clear. Okay, let's go.
Right, so the tyre's just coming into the window as he crosses the line. Antonelli's tyres about 10 degrees too cold. Maybe, yeah, maybe it is a lower track temperature than we're used to around here then. Now they're up to temp. Evening, Victor. Could make a really lewd comment about rubbing it in and not having kids. I'll leave that one to you to join the dots. So Mini improves up to P4. Antonelli goes top by 5 thousandths of a second.
This is Ilap. Keep up the pace.
Copy.
And we are through. Stoffel has got himself up into P12. Albon has a slow RB in front of him. I think he will have got away without being held up there. It was Behrman now starting his flying lap. And Albon is out. Fuji and Iwasa both pushing as well. FL is flying lap. Fuji has got himself through. He's up to P8. Ocon now into the drop zone. And Iwasa has got himself through. So just Behrman left to see if he can progress. Here he comes up to the end of the lap. And he does. He's up to P8. So good job from him. Stroll down in 22nd. Staniak out in 21st. And it's Albon 20th. Ocon 19th. 18th is Isaac Kajar. And Gasly down in 17th place is also out. Yuki Tsunoda gets through in 13th place as he crosses the line. And we are ready for Q2. Scrub tyres on to start the session.
Okay, green light.
No, you know he has.
So let's prepare the lap.
Copy.
Yeah, I mean, FL could also be fast lap, but I mean, it's always colloquially in the UK been flying lap. Porsche out early, as is Lawson. I want to experiment on this first scrub lap just to see what kind of an improvement the slipstream can provide.
There is Norris in front of you. At the moment, all clear. And when you're ready,
or English traditional and English simplified, as I've seen it. We're getting held up. Again, it's only a scrub lap, so I'm not overly concerned by that. I'm going to tell him not to fight his teammate so that Antonelli doesn't feel the need to drive defensively. It's an old meme I've seen from many, many, many years ago. It's an old Windows dialog box popped up, or a language select box, and it said English traditional with a British flag, and then underneath an American flag, and it said English simplified. And evening, Tiny.
Stay negative. Over the line, more charge.
All right, new tyres. Just going to do the one run.
Okay, track is clear.
You're beginning to feel like Van Dorn's Mr. Saturday and then homeless on Sunday.
Gap ahead is okay. Okay, go for it.
He's writing checks that his talent can't cash. We've got Verstappen coming up on front of us.
I know.
Comfortably through there. No other traffic concerns now for the rest of the lap. That's a 130.5 for Kimi. Antonelli currently top. Mini goes top by 12 thousandths of a second.
Charge and box is lap.
But we just need to get through. Zhou currently in the drop zone, but on an out lap. Stoffel is currently in P13. Logan Sargent on a flying lap, but getting held up by Stoffel. So Stoffel not only ruining his weekend, but ruining all of the hopes and dreams of America as well.
Pit lane.
Pit limiter on. Stop front of the garage.
And then you can stop with the stop position.
And what can Logan Sargent do? Couple of tenths. He stays P13. Piastri and Fuji in the danger zone, but both on flying laps right now. In fact, Piastri tucks up right behind Leclerc at the start of his flying lap. There is Fuji. He's got a little bit of traffic. That's Logan Sargent. Iwasa about to cross the line. He improves to P14. That's not good enough. What can Zhou do? Maybe a little delay at the end of the lap there. And once again, Zhou is eliminated in Q2. Just not able to get a clean run. We know he's got good pace in the race. We saw it in the sprint. We saw it in the feature race as well, but just not able to hook it up in qualifying. Stoffel getting a slipstream here from the back of George. George goes P4, Stoffel goes P3 as a result. Who else is left? Piastri. Oh, Piastri improves to P4. Max is out. And now it's just Enzo left to cross the line. Can he knock out his teammate? Look how close it is between the top four. 0.06 of a second separating the top four. If Fittipaldi improves but stays P13, he cannot get through. So we are going to say goodbye to Guan Yu Zhou in 16th, Iwasa 15th, 14th, Logan Sargent 13th, and Enzo Fittipaldi. Ollie Behrman out in 12th, and Max Verstappen eliminated in Q2 in 11th. That smooths the road a little bit for us going into the Grand Prix.
Five seconds to the green.
Stoffel made it through turn one without spinning, so that's acceptable. I was going to say it's an improvement, but it's the barest minimum that's accepted in Formula One. Don't spin on your very first corner.
tyres and brakes.
Copy.
Off we go then. Not going to have any slow cars in front of us by the look of it. Switch to Kimi. Leclerc has set the early benchmark with a 130.6, half a second quicker than Yuki Tsunoda. Russell and Stoffel will be crossing the line soon. Stoffel over a second behind George do. George goes P2, 8 thousandths quicker than Yuki. Okay, Kimi up to the line. And that's good enough for pole. For now, Mini goes P3.
This is 11.
What about Oscar?
Copy.
Oscar sets a new provisional pole time of 130.2. Less than a tenth quicker. Porsche could also be a threat, as obviously could Leclerc, but Leclerc has already set his time. He is in third place. Porsche but pops up into P3. So very tight between Porsche, Leclerc and Mini. One car left to set a time, and that is Fudo Fuji in the Sauber. Here he comes. He is good enough for P6. Right. Back for a fresh set of tyres. And ready to go again. I think Leclerc's already gone again. Yes, he has. Looks like Stoffel's going to try and get a slipstream from us. No, he's going to have to wait for George. So Stoffel could actually get himself a good qualifying here if he can stay close enough to George.
If you can try to build up a bit of
Leclerc starting his flying lap, or no, finishing his flying lap. Can he put the car at the top? No, he can't. He does move up into P3 ahead of Porsche, 10th and a half away from Oscar's provisional pole time. Porsche and Piastri will be the next two to start their flying laps. Tsunoda is on a flying lap right now. He'll have a clean run to the end. No traffic in front of him now, but Whether he got through the rest of the lap without being held up, I don't know. Porsche, Piastri and Lawson are now away. Here comes Tsunoda. No improvement for Yuki. So Yuki will stay P8. Fuji has started his flying lap. Let's check in with Teo.
Straight out, track is clear. Okay, let's go.
Oh, and Teo runs a little wide. And that is his lap ruined. He's aborted. So no improvement for Porsche. Did that hold up Oscar?
Mod push remainder.
Here he comes around the final turn. He does not improve. He went personal best, purple, in the final sector, but did not find any pace in the first two sectors. Neither of our drivers have improved. Unless Antonelli can pull out an absolutely blistering final sector, it looks as though Oscar is going to hang on to pole position. Mini is probably going to end up in 5th. Fudo Fuji crosses the line. He finds a couple of hundredths. He stays P6. Lawson is 7th. We've got Russell and Van Dorn still to cross the line. Van Dorn is nowhere near close enough to get a slipstream. Antonelli does not improve. Mini also does not improve, despite sticking on brand new tyres. Russell moves up to P6. Stoffel stays P10, a second and a half behind Oscar's time there. Okay, so there is your top 10 order for the Grand Prix. Oscar and Kimi will share the front row. Leclerc and Porsche on row 2. Mini alongside Russell for row 3. Row 4 is Fuji E and Liam Lawson. And Yuki Tsunoda and Stoffel will make up row 5 in 9th and 10th.
We're not far off now here in Austin as the drivers ready themselves for this 56-lap race.
The Circuit of the Americas is definitely a track that rewards bravery on the brakes, just like when Lewis Hamilton passed Sebastian Vettel unbelievably late here to take the win in 2012.
The track in Austin is a contradiction. It's high speed, but drivers need a decent amount of downforce to make good on overtaking. Having the grip to outbrake opponents here is key. Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
All right, let's take a look at strategy. So I'm thinking medium, medium, soft for Kimi. And I'm thinking medium, hard, medium maybe, or medium, hard, soft for Mini. Might even start Mini on the softs, actually. Give him a bit of an undercut. And then go to mediums and then go to hards. There we go. stopping in 10 laps. Yeah, that's really not using those softs well. Okay, so if we can save a little bit of tyre wear with Kimi, then we do have the potential to maybe go with something like that. Oh no, we've only got one set of tyres? We do only have one set of new tyres. Yeah. So in that case, we'll stay like that then. All right, second and fifth. We will not put any extra fuel in, but we will push the fuel at the start. We won't fuel save either at the start. There we go. And let's send them to the grid for the start of round 2 at the Circuit of the Americas in Texas.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. Understandably, there's a lot of people talking about Ferrari's driver.
A second place start for them today. They'll be aiming for a podium, but could they even sneak the win?
Yes, they could.
This should certainly be a good one, folks. Sit tight and get ready. It's the United States Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
That's a good start from Oscar, who's on the soft tyres. Mini getting a good launch as well. Leclerc on hards. Porsche on the mediums. We're on the mediums with Kimi, so a bit of a mixture of tyre choice here. But a great start from Mini, up to P4. And Porsche just throws it up the inside, but will have the slipstream. And we easily outpower him there. Piastri trying to break away early.
You are doing a very good job there. You have overtake button available.
My best chance of beating Piastri, I think, is going to be staying with him while he's on those softs.
If you have 1 or 2 cents in your pocket, is the moment to use it now.
Overtake available.
DRS enabled. Piastri is still in front of you. Leclerc behind. Leclerc 0.8 behind.
So far, we're not really able to catch up. Don't want to cook the tyres. But I'm going to push them for a couple more laps, I think. Making sure that battle assist was turned off. And a little look from Leclerc. And will he complete the move? We've managed to hold him off, but that battling has cost us.
Full charge. Full overtake available.
Looks like Leclerc's going to punch his way through. Or is he?
Recharge.
No, he's not.
Recharge on.
Braver on the brakes there from Kimi.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Since 2012, how many non-European drivers have won here with names as well? Honestly, mind is blank today. Oh, wide moment there for Charles in front of us.
Here's the replay. Here we are now, down at turn 17. And that's where they slightly run off the track. Well, hopefully not a sign of things to come.
Overtake available.
All right, we have closed that gap down to Piastri. And we're going to move through here on Leclerc. Antonelli almost there now. This is good because I'm pretty much out of battery. And I want to calm those tyres down.
Recharge on.
Copy.
And we need charge on.
Copy.
And we have caught up now with Mini as well. Lovely stuff.
Full charge.
There we go. So, start to rebuild the batteries a little bit. Leclerc has managed to break away from Porsche. Max is up to P6, so he's punched through the field quite quickly. On soft tyres, so that's probably why. Zhou's still down in 12th, stuck in a long DRS train behind Verstappen.
And remind to protect the front.
Okay.
Okay. We cool the rear.
Yeah.
And Leclerc might lose the DRS here.
Charge on. Charge on.
Copy.
Move charge. Move charge. Okay, do your best there.
Porsche has closed back in on the back of Charles. Max has broken away from the pack.
Very important.
So he has really punched his way through very well in the early stages of this Grand Prix. 5 laps in, and he's up 5 places. Porsche now moves through to P4. And I'm going to try and break away at the start of the lap.
Keep focus, everything can happen.
Sorry, the start of the long back straight.
Tires update.
Can push one step more. No lift off.
I think I just about managed to keep Porsche out of DRS range.
Overtake available when you need.
Copy.
There goes Kimi. Here goes Mini.
Yes, let's go.
Good job.
Okay, good job there.
And let's see if we can drop Oscar.
Copy.
I'm just going to go Checo, and I'm not sure what year.
Do your best.
Right, we haven't been able to drop Oscar, but we have broken away from Leclerc. We still have battery to push with. The only trick question of the evening, no non-European drivers. Sneaky bastards.
Yeah, now priority 1 is the lift off.
No, it's a legitimate trick question. I couldn't think of, any off the top of my head. I just assumed that there would be at least one, which is why I said Checo.
No overtake.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Hold charge. Hold charge.
One click, overtake available.
So it's a 3-car break at the front. Leclerc and Porsche are swapping places, which is making it harder for Max to close them down because Max is in clear air on his own, but he's still stretching away from Lawson and co behind. Joe up to 10th now.
No problem, no problem.
And he's looking to make a move on Yuki Tsunoda. Up the inside. And he's hold the line around the outside, or will Yuki come back at him? He'll have the inside for the final 2 turns. The question now is who is going to get the DRS, and it is Yo, so that should get him onto the back of Lawson and Russell. And there we go, he's up into P9 and comfortably into the DRS in front. Max has now suddenly found an extra burst of speed. We just established that Webber never won around here.
Keep focus on our race.
And there we go, Max now onto the back of Charles Leclerc and Teo. Dangerous little group chasing us down. Mini getting close to his pit window. Pushes his way through. But, Kimi is going to have something to say about that. And that's both of my drivers in full peak confidence now. Let's start to rebuild Mini's battery, ready for his pit stop. I don't think it was Rosberg. I'm pretty sure Hamilton won that year.
Piastri behind.
I didn't say Rosberg in 2014. I just said I didn't think Rosberg won it in 2016. Don't put words in my mouth.
Do your best, man.
Who do I think won it? I honestly, I'm not sure.
Keep focus
Um,
on race.
I don't know.
trying to think who could have won it.
Try to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine. Next car behind is Verstappen at the moment. Verstappen is 1 second behind. More charge, more charge.
It's just a lot of confidence.
It's still long to go. Leclerc behind.
I'm going to go Valtteri. Piastri has punched through. You need a year.
Keep focus on your
19.
race now. Overtake available.
Oh, yeah, slipping down the order. Wow, Leclerc's tyres. He has been smashing those tyres. How many laps for Mini? One more lap. Let's up his tyre pace as well.
Okay to push on tires.
I know you're doing the best. Verstappen behind.
I was all right. Nice. All right, we're going on to medium tyres. I had wanted to keep the battery in reserve, but I want to try and get close to max for the slipstream on the back straight.
Try to close the gap now.
Oh, did we just sneak it?
Okay, more charge.
We did. Very nice.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
And Mini is in. Is he the first to stop? No. Fittipaldi and Sargent have also stopped. Max will be stopping at the end of the lap by the look of it. Oh, that was a lovely stop there from the Ferrari mechanics. So 1.84. That's a full tenth quicker than we went last night. Fastest stop of the day so far. Where are we going to come out? Just behind Stroll. Just ahead of Iwasa.
Stroll in front.
We're boxed in.
Copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
So we have got a little bit of wiggle room on these tyres, which is good because I'm going to hit some big pace with Mini across the line. Try and punch through. And Oscar is in. So is Max. We have a yellow flag. Is it Stoffel? No, it's Zhou. That's a good stop for Piastri there.
Look here. Zhou Guan Yu is the focus here. Oh no!
Just running a little bit wide. Decent stop for Max onto those hard tyres.
The use overtake.
Copy.
Let's push our way past Stroll. Can we get out in front of Max? It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Oh, Max just gets in front of us.
We are doing a good job there. In front is Verstappen. More charge, more charge. Need the still lift off.
Next time there's a yellow flag, you're going to say, is that Mini? Well, you can say all you want. It isn't going to make it true. It's more likely it's going to be Stoffel than Mini. Who has finished on the podium more times than anyone else while never winning the race?
All good at the moment.
That is a tough one. Oh, I seriously doubt it's Ricciardo.
Overtake available. No lift off.
I think Checo's a better contender than Ricciardo, but I don't think it's Checo. Rosberg could have done it 4 times.
They want P11.
It's not Valtteri because Valtteri actually won it.
Yes, let's go.
You're doing a good job. There's 1.2 the gap now.
Even Mike.
Good job.
Do your best.
Copy.
Let me reread the question. Who's finished on the podium more times than anyone else whilst not ever winning the Grand Prix? Evening, Overcomer.
Good job.
So it's a non-winner. It can't be someone who's won the Grand Prix. Then.
Albon in front.
So I'm going to go with Rosberg, and I'm going to go 4 times.
Yeah, copy.
Charge on.
Yeah, it could be a lot of drivers, but I don't know. See, I would have said Valtteri, but Valtteri's won it, so kind of rules him out. We're stuck in a scrap here with Max as we try and fight our way through.
You're doing a good job at the moment. Albon is pitting now.
Bottas' win was his only podium. Really?
Try to go down as much as possible.
Yeah, copy, copy.
Okay, move charge. Move charge.
Yeah, copy that.
We leave it to you.
Oh, I've got both Red Bulls on me.
No problem, no problem. Leclerc behind. Okay, do your best there. Try to cool down a bit more on your tires.
Yeah, copy.
We'll box this lap, I think, with Kimi.
Stay close to the cars in front.
Bring him in a touch early.
Box. Now.
Copy, box now.
Charge on.
How many times, Comet?
Level of management is okay.
Oh, I've already won. I'm guessing the years were 13, 14, 15 and 16. Oh, 3 times. Oh, wait, no, second 3 times. How about third?
Coming to pit.
Oh, and Porsche's boxing as well. So, battle of the pit crews here. Oh, just 3 second places in total. Okay. Oh, that's a slow stop, 2 seconds. Quick enough to get us out ahead of McLaren, who have the worst pit crew. And Antonelli is out behind his teammate.
Charge on.
Yeah, copy.
Overtake button.
Evening, Army. Porsche's on those softs.
Copy.
Charge on, charge on.
Yeah.
Am I? I'm doing quite well. I'm beating Comet in the quiz tonight.
Try to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine.
Right, Joe has caught us up now. He's up at P7, but he stopped early, didn't he? A little bit early.
No management anymore.
Which driver's finished in 16th in every race of COTA? It's not Stoffel, but it feels like it should be.
Okay, copy.
Overtake button. And tires are looking nice.
I haven't seen Doohan's crash yet, no.
No overtake now.
Copy, copy.
Hold charge. Hold charge.
Copy.
Keep focus on our race. Tsunoda behind.
Again, target for Mini is a top 6 finish tonight. I do want the win with Kimi.
You can go on tires.
We are lapping slow at the moment. The only reason we're actually lapping a little quicker at the moment is because we're using our battery, but 13 seconds behind Piastri. Although we do have much fresher tyres than Oscar. I use Porsche to catch up to the Red Bulls. So what was the quiz question? Let's have a look. Who set the fastest lap in 2023 was not European? No idea. Absolutely no idea.
You're doing well.
Is this going to be another trick question? Is it going to be like Alex Albon, who technically is, you know, tight?
Charge on.
Oh man, Sonoda's got through as well. And he needs some confidence. I'll go Yuki. He's just set a fastest lap. Let's go Yuki.
Good job. Charge on. We can put a bit of energy on tires. No lift off needed from our side.
Oh man, he does not have any pace at the moment. What tyres do I have left with Mini? That's slower. All right, we'll stick with what we've got. We'll keep the other tyres in reserve in case we get a safety car.
Lift now. We need to stop protecting the rear.
Copy.
I don't want quiz questions like this when I start streaming trucks in. What year was DAF invented? How many times have they won Truck of the Year?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Mini's close to his pit window. He is falling behind still. Oh no, wait, we're on the wrong strategy. There we go. I say it's a bit early.
Charge on.
Max has fallen away a little bit. Evening, Zane. Well, the replay is available.
Just in front. Charge on.
Top 6 may be a little tricky for Mini tonight. I wonder if that would be quicker than going onto a set of hards. No, it's about the same, and then I wouldn't be able to have any kind of push leeway at all. So we'll stick with the hard tyres.
Just do your best, I know it's difficult. Charge on. Cool the rear.
Copy.
So we're about 9.5 seconds away from Oscar at the moment, but we have better tyres. We're going to rebuild the battery, and then we're going to try and punch our way past Leclerc and go hunting down after Oscar.
Yeah,
We have got soft tyres to come. I don't know if he does. I'm guessing he's probably going to go mediums or hards to finish.
Recharge on. Good job. Just straight front. We push on tires.
Tires update.
So we need to back off.
Copy.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Hopefully we can get some overtakes in early on for Mini when he comes out on those hard tyres. Get his confidence level up a bit as well. That will help his stats immensely.
We save fuel when you can. no saving.
Our window is open.
Yeah, copy.
Your feedback on tires.
Tires are good.
We have definitely handicapped ourselves a little bit by putting Minion in the car this year. He's got good pace, but he doesn't have good tyre management. So that good pace falls away faster. And by having a new driver-engineer partnership means that his confidence gains aren't as good as they could be, and his confidence bleeds away faster as well. All right, there we go. We have a full battery just about.
Overtake button.
Assuming we survive turn one.
You can try one more step.
Which we do. We are going to go fast now.
Flat out.
Can reduce the management, tires are fine.
So open up a gap to Leclerc Porsche share, and we have taken a nice bite out of Oscar's lead as well. Gap's down to 7 seconds, give or take. I'm not sure, Barra, is the honest answer. I'll probably do a day of both. I'll probably go 3 races on the PS5 and then a day of ETS and a day of ATS. Right, 1:34.8 last time around. That was the new lap record, or new fastest lap. What is the lap record?
Leclerc behind.
1:32.5. Oscar set it a couple of years ago. And the gap is down to a little under 3 seconds. Now we have to calm the tyres down.
And try to cool the tires when you can.
Copy.
Recharge on. Let's cool down the rears.
One more lap for Mini. Gasly is closing in.
Copy.
Still losing ground to Zhou and Tsunoda and co. Max has fallen away in 5th place. We have a yellow flag, and I'm looking to see if it's Stoffel. It's not. I don't think it's a crash. at the end of the hairpin.
Yellow there.
Copy.
That was a spin for Hajar. I saw there was a slow Mercedes here. I assumed it was a crash.
No.
Box lap.
It was just him recovering. It slowed the field down. House jump scare. Gap's going back up because we're on a slow lap this lap to cool the tyres back down. And there we go. We can now up the pace of the tyres again. Still got a nice, comfortable 6-second lead over Porsche and Leclerc, although they will probably start to eke that gap down by leapfrogging. Gasly has been overtaken by Albon. Lawson's up there as well. Haas holding out hopes for a point today. And he gets into the top 10 ever so briefly. That's Roman Staniak. All right, into the pits for Gabriele Mini. Final scheduled stop of the race for him. He's got a long way to go, though, on those hard tyres, so try and look after them. It's not a good stop, 2.1. His first stop, much better. 1.8. Oh, and I'm worried because we might get torpedoed by Stoffel. Look at that, just in front of Iwasa. Behind the two battling Alpines.
And overtake available.
Copy.
More charge.
Okay, copy that, copy.
Right, we are lapping quicker than Oscar again. He will get an undercut on us because he'll be stopping before us. But we'll be going on to soft tyres with some wiggle room as well. So we'll be able to pump in a couple of really blisteringly fast laps. It's a yellow flag and it's not Stoffel.
Right
It's
then,
Logan.
We can take a look now. Here we are then at turn 15.
Right behind us, actually.
The brakes couldn't cope. What caused that, I wonder?
Focus on tires.
And Stoffel's staying out when his tyres are at 30%. That's a mistake.
Keep focus on our race.
Interesting line there from Ocon. And again.
So let's take a look at the replay.
See if we get an overhead
Now
shot.
this was at turn 3. Can they squeeze by? And up into 14th they go.
tires. So
And that is peak confidence for Mini. I've never played ATS. I still haven't even installed it yet. Gap's down to less than 3 seconds. Max is in for his final stop. This is probably going to be mediums. Actually, might be another set of hard tyres. If it's soft, he's going to have to do another stop after this. So it won't be those, I don't think. It's mediums. Mediums for Max. Ollie Behrman in. Fuji coming in as well. Mediums for Ollie. Decent stop for RB. Alpine doing their job. Shame their driver can't.
you need a mode charge, more charge.
I didn't expect it to play any differently to Euro, given that it's the same company. It's essentially just the same game, but with a new skin.
Tire status okay to run?
But I am looking forward to it. Into the pits for Zhou. He's gone on to a set of mediums to the end. There he is, just going up to the top of the hill. So I don't think we're going to beat him tonight.
We have Russell in front.
Not with Mini, anyway. I don't think we're going to get top 6. I think points will be low, 8th place maybe for Mini. Antonelli's started to up his pace because he's getting ready to stop.
Lift off, save fuel.
Copy.
Mode charge, mode charge.
And Charles is in. Mediums. Slight issue with one of the wheels there. Yuki's in as well. Decent stop for Williams. Need to clear these two quickly because they are on old tyres. Try and get them on the back straight.
Keep focus on your race now. Overtake available. Mode attack. Mode attack.
And Oscar's in. So, what tyres is he sticking on the car? Mediums or hards? He's going hards. He'll be able to be aggressive with them. Porsche in as well. Mini's cleared Russell, but still behind Stroll. Hard tyres for Teo. Not a bad stop for McLaren there, but again, not quick.
Okay, more charge, more charge.
Albon and Gasly also boxing.
Okay, do your best there. More charge.
Mini gets his elbows out, pushes Stroll off the track. And I am absolutely A-okay with that.
Good job. In front there is Tsunoda.
That tops the confidence all the way back up again. So 6.5 seconds behind Yuki and Zhou. "15 seconds ahead of Oscar's not good enough. 25, 26 seconds ahead of Leclerc and Porsche is enough, I think."
Copy that.
Just a couple more laps for Kimi. New fastest lap is set by Zhou at 1:34.5. We have a yellow flag. I see a slow Alpine. It's Stoffel.
Here we are then, reaching turn 13. Oh, and the car locks up. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
I think, Farah, we need to start a Stoffel watch. How many mistakes he makes. What do you mean they did him bad? Who did him bad? Alpine by putting him in the car? That was a Make-A-Wish thing. Right, I'm actually going to box this lap.
Happy to push flat out on tires now.
Because we are losing time quite quickly at the moment.
Box.
Justice for Alpine.
Box.
So 1:37.1 for Mini. Zhou and Tsunoda on the back of Verstappen now. They've been going very quick to catch up. Yeah, I think 8th is the best we can do with Mini tonight. I'll take 8th place. I can go another lap here with Antonelli. With the tyres in that shape.
Box.
Stop.
Piastri right behind you.
He's not right behind us. He's 10 seconds behind us. But he will be ahead of us. Leclerc and Pourchaire will be tight. I think they may get out in front of us as well. But we'll be comfortably clear of Verstappen. The win is still on for Kimi. But I'll have to work a little harder to get it than I would have liked. Oh, you bought me the Panhandle State. Thank you very much, Farah. Yeah, I don't know why I said the Panhandle State.
Pit lane.
Oh, lovely stop. 1.9. It could have been a little quicker, but that's what we needed. It was a good stop. There goes Piastri. Here come Pourchaire and Leclerc. It's going to be very tight. They do go through, but we're going to be right behind them. Make sure we stay in DRS range while we bring the tyres in gradually.
Verstappen behind. Is 15 laps to go from now.
Yeah, that is, I think, the ceiling for Mini, unless there's a safety car.
Copy.
If there's a safety car, we will be boxing and sticking on those brand new medium tyres.
Recharge on now.
Yeah.
We need to manage front left.
Copy.
Just drop to the front wing cam.
Use anti-deploy as much as you can.
Copy.
We had a look, but had to back out of it.
Keep your head down.
And Pourchaire and Leclerc have separated, which was my hope, so that I can get past Leclerc this lap and then sprint my way past Teo on the next lap.
Warm tires and brakes.
Oh, even with the DRS, the car just not as quick as it needs to be. But we get through.
Keep focus, we get him. We get it.
And now we push.
No lift off.
Let's retake the fastest lap back from Joe.
The tires is good.
That Porsche just set the new fastest lap of 1:33.5. We can get into the DRS for the long back straight. We will absolutely obliterate that time.
Leclerc behind.
Don't think we'll be close enough.
Leclerc behind. It's 1.3. I know it's difficult, but keep focus.
Should still be quick enough to get the fastest lap though.
We just keep our head down.
Porsche really has pushed, hasn't he? Gap to Piastri's down to 6.5 seconds. There we go. Fastest lap is back. It's a 1:32.2. Yeah, stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
We need to do lift off. It's good. Piastri front.
1.3 seconds quicker. Oh man, look how quickly Mini's confidence has bled away. Now that he's just in clear air with no one to overtake. Yellow flag. See a slow Williams.
Let's have a
It's
look.
a Wasser.
Here
Williams
we are
maybe just
then
got pushed a
at turn
little
17.
heavy in the
we've seen
braking
a
zone.
few go off the track there, but all being well and fingers crossed, no lasting damage to the car.
The show clears Verstappen, so Joe up to 5th place now. Max down to 6th. Max is not having it all his own way this year. Joe is showing great race pace once again. He just needs to nail qualifying. If he can get his qualifying sorted, he'll be a real threat.
No DRS available, no DRS available. Charge on.
Tires update.
I can go the distance on these tyres, but I am debating whether to thrash them and then go for another set of tyres. I think I'll just leave them out there. I don't want to overstress the engine unnecessarily. We have got one less engine and gearbox and ERS to use this year. So we'll just keep an eye on the gaps. Albon has broken through. We'll make sure that we can rebuild the confidence if he does get onto us. And then we'll try and sprint away at that point. Happy for Porsche to go back through so I can rebuild the battery again. Keep the tyres nice and cool. Let him do the heavy lifting. And then we'll break away again and go after Oscar.
Leclerc behind.
There he is. Let's see, what numbers is he running on his car? Is that number 28 he's running?
Keep focus.
Number 38.
Keep focus.
So they've reset his number. Bizarre.
Nice one. Piastri is in front of you.
How are my tyres looking? Tyres are looking good.
Recharge on. Recharge on. Recharge on. Don't worry, keep focus.
I'm on now just 3 seconds behind Mini. Max and Joe still bickering over 5th place. And Fuji's got himself up into the points now. So Lawson in 11th. Haas's chances starting to slip away a little bit. Fuji has got the better tyres. And he is a much better driver.
Everything can happen in this race, so we just keep our head down, keep focus.
Copy.
Overtake available.
Copy.
And we go absolutely blasting past Porsche. Gap has gone back up to nearly 6 seconds. So we've got a little bit of work to do.
You are doing a good job, so keep working on that. Just straight front.
Got Kimi back into full peak confidence as well, with those little back and forth switches there with Teo. And you can see Piastri on the screen at the same time, which is always encouraging. There he is, disappearing through the final turn.
Mode attack.
Let's give Mini a couple of quick laps, see if that gets his confidence up a bit with some personal bests. Gap's down to 3 seconds. We pulled out 3 seconds on Teo as well.
No lift off needed from our side. We push flat out on tires.
Let's dump the last of the battery.
recharge on.
There's a personal best in the middle for Mini. Give him a little boost. Pulled out about a second and a bit over Albon, which is nice. Taking a couple of seconds out of Yuki as well, who's fallen away from Max now.
Overtake available. We need recharge on, recharge on.
I need to calm these tyres down quickly. Not quite quick enough to get where I need to be just yet. Another personal best for Mini. It bled away the first one by the time he's hit the second sector. That's ridiculous.
Our suggestion is to cool the rear.
Copy.
Yeah, Oscar's definitely responded. I'm worried we're going to run out of tyres again, just like we did last night.
6 laps to go.
Copy.
I just need to get onto the back of him. If I can get onto the back of him, I can harvest, I can save fuel, save the tyres.
Copy.
Try to slow down a bit more now.
Oh, some traffic coming up. Has Oscar got the DRS? No, he hasn't.
Copy. Copy.
Let's see if he gets slowed up here.
Hold the charge. Hold charge.
That is Hajar and Fittipaldi. There is Antonelli in the background. That slow release through there means we might well get DRS here. Piastri won't.
Okay, this is a blue flag now.
And we do. There we go. He gets out of our way. We get some DRS.
It's 5 more laps.
Copy.
5 laps to go. And the gap is under 2 seconds. My guess here is that Sargent's going to pull over just before the DRS detection point.
Keep focus, everything can happen. Keep focus.
He does. So no DRS again for Oscar. We weren't close enough to get it ourselves, I don't think. It'd be nice if we do, but we'll certainly get a bit of a slipstream here, briefly. No, we didn't get it, but the gap is 1.6 seconds. And we should be close enough now to start getting a little bit of a very distant tow.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Let's push really hard just to make sure we get onto the back of him.
Let's get in.
Before he tries to scamper away again. And then we'll be set to actually go after him properly. By building up. And we just sneak the DRS. I think we did. I hope we did. I'm gambling that we did.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Yes, we did. Excellent. Right. Here we go. It's going to be a 3-4 lap shootout now. Well, it's going to come down to like a 1 or 2 lap shootout because we need to save some fuel, save the tyres, rebuild that battery. But we are back in the fight for the win.
focus, everything can happen. Keep focus.
Fuel is now back where it needs to be. That's excellent. Coming up to the back of Stoffel Van Dorn and Ayumu Iwasa. And there's Stoffel getting out of the way in a very creative way for us. Thank you, Stoffel. That's another one for Stoffel Watch there.
Now we can see what happened. Here we are then looking at turn 12. And the controls lost. Not a mistake they'll want to make again.
And that's going to be the thumbnail.
And you can just feel the frustration from the team watching.
Piastri front. The race is long, keep focus.
Three laps to go. Sooner or later, Piastri's going to start to sprint.
3 laps to go.
We have a yellow flag. Stoffel throwing himself off again. In protest of Stoffel Watch. No, it's Leclerc. Leclerc's crashed. That's some pretty serious damage to Leclerc's car. Missing almost the entire left side of that front wing now.
Team back in the garage. That was a tough.
Who was that with him? It's got to be Staniek. Yeah, it was Staniek.
Piastri is in front of you. Everything can happen in this race.
That will be a penalty for Staniek.
We can cancel liftoff.
Copy.
I think Piastri's about to start turning it up.
2 laps to go.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Yeah.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
I just really hope he doesn't get DRS on Iwasa hit.
And overtake available when you need.
Copy.
Faster, please.
No, he didn't. Excellent.
Happy to push flat out on tires now.
Yes, let's go.
So now we need Iwasa to get out of the way in a good way for us, and then in a hold up Piastri a little bit. Just like that. That is perfect.
Same management as before was good. Same management.
Piastri's through. He's going to get the DRS. We have to break him as quickly as we can. before the long back straight. Otherwise, we are not going to hold the lead. We're not going to be able to break him. This is going to come down to the very, very end.
We stay in front of him.
I think he might do us, you know.
Piastri has DRS.
He doesn't have the tyres, but he's got a hell of a quick car. He's got the DRS. Come on, Kimi. Kimi covers him off, and I think we're safe.
Recharge on. We need to increase liftoff.
Copy.
More push.
Copy.
Are we going to get a late lunge? He's having a look. We shut him down. And Kimi wins round 2 at the Circuit of the Americas in Texas. Great result there. Superb driving.
And Ferrari picks up the win.
I was worried that we weren't going to be able to catch Oscar and make that soft set work.
For the car they put together, but without that incredible and consistent driving, it'd all be for nothing.
Let's check in with Mini. He is going to finish in 8th, a distant 8th, but comfortably clear in the end of Albon. Lawson has slipped all the way down to 13th, so no points going to be available for Haas today. Leclerc crosses the line in 4th place. Zhou has so far managed to get ahead of Max. And Zhou will beat Max. Yuki Tsunoda now rounding the corner to bring it home for 8th place. For 7th, sorry. Here is Mini. And can Ollie Behrman hang on for the final point? Or will Fuji have a lunge? He's looking for it. I think he has run out of battery. Or has he run out of fuel? No, he manages to cross the line. So Ollie Behrman gets his first point, I think. Points for Albon as well. And that is round 2 in the books.
That was a great performance from the Ferrari driver, wasn't it?
Incredible. That was a really well-deserved win. They got their race strategy absolutely spot on.
And you love to see this. The whole team celebrating this magnificent result. As far as Ferrari are concerned, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
And with that, our time in Texas now draws to a close.
Coming up in the next round is the Sao Paulo Grand Prix as we head to Brazil. Join us next time at Interlagos.
So then, confirmation of the final result. It is Kimi getting the win. That will stretch his lead at the top of the driving standings. Picks up the fastest lap as well. Oscar takes 2nd to keep the pressure on. Porsche in 3rd. He's having a good start to the season. Leclerc in 4th. Zhou up 11 places. Take 5th. If he can sort his qualifying out, he will be a threat for podiums. Max finishes in 6th. Again, bad qualifying for him. Gains 5 places, but didn't quite have the pace in that race. It fell away from him a little bit. Tsunoda in 7th. Then it's Mini in 8th. Lack of pace today. His confidence bleeds out too quickly, unfortunately. So I'm going to look at maybe changing his engineer training on that one. Albon finishes in 9th place, up 11 places. So good race for Alex Albon there. Ollie Behrman gets 10th for the final point ahead of Fudo Fuji. Gasly 12th. Sargent, the first American, in 13th ahead of Liam Lawson in the first. Haas in 14th. So not a great day for USA involvement. Then it's Stroll in 15th place. 16th for George. Had a bad race, falling down 10 places. Ocon 17th. 18th for Iwasa. 19th for Hajar. 20th for Stoffel, down 10 places and a lap down, as was Enzo Fittipaldi, down 8 places into 21st, and Staniek 22nd, lapped and gains a 5-second penalty added to his time at the end. Into the driver's standings then, the lead is now 10 points between Kimi and Oscar. Those two have resumed hostilities over last season. Oscar looking to claim his title back, Kimi looking to keep it. Max in 3rd has 29 points. Yuki is 4th with 23. Porsche jumps up 6 places to gain 18 points now, just ahead of Charles Leclerc on countback of podiums there, also on 18 points. Mini drops down 2 places into 17th. He also is on 18 points, so a 3-way tie effectively for 5th at the moment. Joe gains 4 places. He's up onto 12 points now. Then it's Gasly down 3 in 9th. Fuji in 10th place. It's down a couple of places. Then it's George, Ocon, Albon, Sargent, Behrman with his first point of the season, ahead of Lance Stroll now. Liam Lawson 17th, 18th for Iwasa. Staniek drops down to 19th. Hajar 20th, Stoffel 21st. Fittipaldi is 22nd. In the constructor standings, Ferrari now on 71 points, so we have a 16-point lead opening up over Cadillac. Just outscored them by 2 today. Very, very tight there. Red Bull in 3rd on 47. They picked up 20 points. Big gap has opened up already to McLaren. They are 21 points ahead of them. But McLaren do move above Williams with their strong points from Porsche tonight. 26 points for McLaren, 23 for Williams now in 5th. Aston have 6 points. They're in 6th place. Sauber dropping down into 7th. Alpine are in 8th. 9th is RB, up to 2 points now, thanks to Ollie Behrman's first point tonight. Mercedes dropped down into 10th on a point. Haas still without a point of their own. And in the pit stops, we got the fastest stop tonight and the third fastest stop with Kimi there as well. Oscar splitting the 2 Ferraris. Some good points for RB. Stroll with a quick stop. Good stop for Iwasa on the Sauber there for 5th place. Red Bull getting 6th and 7th, so 14 points for them. Some good points for Red Bull. Aston getting a few points with Albon. Haas getting a couple of points, and Mercedes getting the final point there with Sargent's stop. Let's take a look at the overall standings. We are now top from Cadillac by 4 points. Big point swing today of 22. Red Bull in 3rd on 32 points. Then it is 14 points for Aston. Red Bull Junior Team RB moves up into 5th, up 2 places, jumping over Sauber by a point, and Alpine dropping down into 7th. Haas and Mercedes both gain a place tonight as well, 8th and 9th now. Williams in 10th, still yet to score, but their quickest stop is 2/10 quicker than McLaren, who remain bottom of the standings. And there you see our 4 stops that we made today. 2 pretty good stops, 2 not so good stops, but we are getting a little bit more speed out of the pit crew as we recover from the losses over the Christmas period. Both drivers, they're easily achieving their sponsor targets, so we get the full 1.18 from both, and neither driver has a contract bonus, very deliberately, so that we recoup the full money from the sponsors, 2.375 added to our bank balance. Let's head back to HQ. All right, next race is Brazil in 11 days' time. Normal Grand Prix, no sprint. Let's see, did the cars come through unscathed? Yes, they did. Fantastic stuff. How are we looking on spare parts? We'll have another side pod there in 2 days, 10 days for the chassis to finish. We got one about to drop, and then another one 8 days later. We have plenty of spare front wings at the moment. Let's see, we've got a few parts that are at medium risk already. I am going to go ahead and just make one extra front wing so that we have a spare when we need to do replacements. I do want to get another front wing made soon. We have 2.5 mil. It's not quite enough yet to get an intense suspension done. And that is what I want to do before I start working on the next round of upgrades. Let's check in with the board. Board were delighted with the results. Objectives are doing well. Finances, struggling a little bit financially again through March. Not quite sure why. That might be the signing of... No, that won't be the signing. Maybe it's just putting in some extra parts into production that put us into debt. Right, let's advance time. That's the spare side pod. Before I forget as well, I almost did, let's have a look at Benici. Alright, so he's already on 100% feedback and 100% communication. I'm going to switch to that one there. The better the communication stat, the quicker the relationship will form between Benici and Mini. And the better the composure, the less confidence he will lose in general, and the more he will gain as well from overtakes, etc. Spinny is absolutely fine where he is. He should be working on, communication and composure anyway, so we'll keep him on that. Let's take a look at our facilities. Something was close to race sim and the car park test center. Helipad nearly broken. That might break just before we go to Brazil, which means we won't be able to fix it in time. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It's only going to be shut down for 5 days. But damn it. And you watch, it'll be fine, we'll fix it, it'll be fine, and then the factory will burn down. I don't know why every single facility we go to has such shoddy wiring and poor construction. Alright, that's our spare front wing. Let me take a look at the calendar. Sponsor money is still 3 weeks away. We'll have money from the new month there first, and the money from Brazil for that matter as well. So we'll be able to get our new... what is it? I'm thinking... a new suspension underway after Brazil there on Monday the 26th. And then we've got to go all the way to the end of April for the next ATR. It's not just Italian build quality. I mean, it was the same at Cadillac. It was the same when we were at Brabham. No matter what team we're in charge of, their facilities always burn down. Mercedes is the height of German efficiency, and yet if we were at Mercedes, we'd be having fires and shutdowns for structural damage every single season. Right, let's advance time a little bit more. it's going to go any day now. There was a fault that would have escalated over time, so at least we haven't had to shut it down for a long time and then pay to get it repaired as well. We have an extra chassis. And there is the helipad dipping. Let's give that a quick refurb. And I want to have a little nosy at who is where staff-wise, because we haven't done that yet. So let's go into the standings here. So at Alpine, Roberto Santoro and Joanna Pinto. Not bad ratings. Andrea Zordo is technical chief at Mercedes. Interesting. Pat Fry is still at Cadillac. Neil Holdy is at Aston. Dan Fallows at Sauber. James Key is at Haas. James Allison is at McLaren still. Matt Harmon at Williams. Pierre Vacher is still at Red Bull. Hardley is still with us. Friedrich Keller in free agency. So that's everybody. Let's have a look at heads of aero. So Alpine have Ivan Palmer, only a 75. Gurujol is at Red Bull. So he's moved from the sister team, RB, up to the big team. David Paganelli has gone to Aston from where he originally started, which was also RB, I think. Or was it Haas? I think it was Haas, actually. Adam Kenyon is at Haas, originally from Williams. Peter Pedromo, originally from McLaren's at Cadillac, still one of our first signings, that was. Ian Gregg moved to RB from Aston. Cinelli's still at Sauber. Dirk De Beers at Williams. Jared Murphy's at McLaren. Enrico Balbo is at Mercedes. Tondi's still with us. And that is everybody. Now let's take a look at race engineers. I want to see who Max's engineer is. So we've got Benisi, who is actually rated very well indeed. Who is top rated? Marcus Dudley is the top rated engineer. He's with Cadillac. Bono is in second at Williams. GP is at RB. Who is he paired with? Stroll. Tom Stallard still at Cadillac. Adami is at Red Bull. He's paired with Max. Low affinity. Benisi's obviously with us. Chris Cronin's in free agency. 92 rated. And he's in free agency. Josh Peckett is at Aston. He's paired up with Albon. Hugh Bird is partnered up with Teo. They're up to a good affinity now. Will Joseph at Red Bull is with Leclerc. They must have a good affinity now. Yeah. Mark Slade in free agency, 91 overall. Pierre, still at RB. He's paired up with Behrman. Javi is at Alpine. He's with Ocon. John Howard in free agency. Spinny's with us. Gary Gannon in free agency. Pedro Matos is at Williams. He's partnered up with Staniek. Have they got any prior history? No. Alex Chan is at Haas. He's partnered up with Fittipaldi. Again, there is some overlap there because Fittipaldi drove for Sauber. So a good affinity there. Paulo Rivera will be partnered up with Gasly. Wow, Paulo's been around a bit, hasn't he? Oh, look how many drivers he's been partnered up with. Stuart King at Mercedes. Partnered up with Sargent. Has good affinity with Sargent. Carlo Cristofori. Partnered up with Hajar. No previous history. James Irwin in free agency. Alan Cale is at Sauber with Fudo. No history there either. Jeff Spear at Sauber is with Iwasa. They've had no affinity. And Mattia Celadore has Stoffel. No affinity there either. Amori Larden, partnered up with George. Low affinity, so no history there either. Getniego at Haas, partnered up with Lawson. No history there. I think that's it for F1. Yes, it is. And let's take a look at sporting directors. Who is running the show? Wheatley's still ranked the best, but nobody's signed him. We've got the best active sporting director. Andy Stevenson is not active. Aurelien Pallier is still at Cadillac. We signed him there. He's up to a 93, so he's really improved. Ron Meadows, 93 as well at Mercedes. Julian Rouse in free agency. Randeep Singh still at McLaren. Oh, no, wait, hang on a minute. He's gone back to McLaren. He was not there last season. So they've re-signed Randeep. They got rid of him. I'm guessing maybe they felt they couldn't afford him. And they immediately brought him back. So we should start to see some improvement from the McLaren pit crew this season. They should get some points this year with Randeep as their agent. Who was it they had before? It was somebody down here in free agency. It wasn't Matthew Gaze. I think it was Stefan. I think it was Stefan last season. Which is why their pit crew fell away dramatically. Guillaume Capetto is at Aston. Only 9 months left on his contract. Jeremy Cottrell is at Red Bull. Enrique Colomina is at Williams. And then we've got Rafael Landreau at Alpine. Toby Brown at Sauber. Marco Peroni is still at RB, unless he's bounced around and gone back there. Sven Smits at Haas. And that is it for everybody in F1. Okay, so a nice little look at the back scenes there, the backroom staff for each team. We have no more upgrades due for a little while. Let's see. Our underfloor is now scheduled to be ready a week and a bit before Singapore. So we'll only have one underfloor available for Singapore. Our rear wing will complete 3 days before Singapore. So I may have to rush the rear wing so we get one for each car. Not a sprint at Singapore, which is good. Means I can put a new rear wing on the car on the Saturday without breaking Parc Fermé regs. So we have to get through Melbourne after Sao Paulo. 2 more races to go before our upgrades are ready. Need a little bit more cash, and then we can start to develop our suspension. And once we've got that underway, we'll start to build the next round of upgrades for our car. So things ticking over quite nicely for us at the moment. We currently sit top in both standings. 71 points, 16 clear of Cadillac in the constructor standings, and 10 points clear of Oscar in the driver standings. Mini struggling a little bit tonight. Hopefully he'll do a little bit better at Sao Paulo. We shall find out on Monday. Hopefully I will see you there. I'll be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. here in the UK. If you have enjoyed tonight's stream, then go ahead and drop a like. If you're not yet subscribed, then why not consider subscribing as well? Be sure to hit the bell to be notified when I do go live. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my other channel, my PC channel, then do go ahead and subscribe to that. Content will start dropping with some live streams on that channel next week. and maybe some video series will start the week after that. So hopefully I will see you there. Until then, that's it for me. Enjoy your weekend and the Japanese Grand Prix, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.